Shine Divine, my friends. Welcome to today's video where my purpose is to bring you encouraging and inspiring messages from the Divine. I'm so glad that you're here. Today we are doing a pick a card reading to see which archetype has a current influence over our life right now. Each archetype has a light and a dark attribute, and it'll just give a little bit more information into what's currently going on in your life and what to expect in the near future. So go ahead, take some time to look at each card, get a feeling for it, see which one you are more drawn to. If you need to look at the crystals to get a sense from them, go ahead, that's why they're there. Take all the time you need, and the timestamps will be listed below for the card that you choose for your archetype message today. Welcome to those of you that picked card number 1. Let's see which archetype is currently having some sort of influence over your life right now. Oh, you guys got Queen. The light attributes are radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. The shadow attributes are becomes arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling, and demanding. So if you picked card number 1, you are someone who's definitely in some sort of leadership position. Whether you are in charge of a household, you're taking care of the kids, taking care of the house, keeping your family running. That's a very common Queen energy field to be in. It could be something more corporate where you are in charge of other people in a career setting. It could be that you are just the queen of your own life. You're on top of it. You don't really like to listen to others, take authority from other people. You don't like to take instruction from others because you are such a strong personality. You are someone who stands in your own light. You know your worth. You, at your best, you know your worth. You're very strong. You have the ability to lead. You have the ability to delegate. You have the ability to use your power for good. Again, this is when you're at your best. Obviously, there's going to be times when you don't feel that necessarily, but it is innate within you. So if you are struggling with feeling that powerful queen energy, that goddess energy, then stick around. Let's see what other information, what other messages we have for you. But just know that you have a very powerful spirit within you. You have the capability to take charge, to lead, and to do it in a way that is beneficial to not only you, but also to the other people involved. Now, the shadow attributes. Some of you, when you are not at your greatest and your highest self, you do tend to struggle maybe with a little bit of arrogance. Like I said, you don't like to listen to the authority of others because deep down you feel you know best. And that very well could be true. There could also be some tendency to be a little bit more controlling, demanding. Maybe you run a really tight ship. Maybe you don't really give people the grace that they deserve when they are under your authority. And if that resonates with you, if you connect with that at all, stick around. Let's see what messages there are for you. But for everyone here, you are a queen. You have, like I said, a very powerful energy, and you're very important. You have, we need strong leaders. We need strong feminine leaders, whether you are a man, woman, non-binary, whoever, it doesn't matter. We need that strong feminine energy. So let's take a look and see for all of the queens out there, what message do you have for all of the queens? harmony and resolution. As a leader, you have the ability to bring about harmony and resolution to those under your care, those under your charge. This is your responsibility to bring about that harmony and resolution and be that leader of finding ways to be benevolent and to assist and help those that are under your charge. With ease and grace, you at your highest, you have the ability to lead and be a strong leader while doing so with giving grace to those around you. Expect miracles with the kind of power that you have, that feminine goddess energy power that you have and that you use. You have the ability to help inspire miracles to just happen. And it's really important for you to be able to trust that those miracles do happen and that they will happen. And this is just such a lovely place to be, because with this knowledge that you are the one that's in control and you are the one that is needed to take charge, now you can really step into that role. You can step into that power if you haven't already. I get the sense that some of you have had moments where that queen, feminine energy, goddess energy has been brought to you. It's been shown in your life, but you're like scared of success, or you're scared of your own power, and so you're hesitant to really dive into it and take a chance on yourself. Some of you are really playing small. You are not like taking the charge, and Spirit is wanting to really encourage you to like step into that personal power, because there's a reason why you are a leader. Five of Winter. Walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness, something that's not worth the effort. Those of you that have stepped into your leadership position, and it's like you feel like the only way to get anything done is to be controlling, to be demanding, because you've tried it the other way and nothing gets done. This is for you. This is the message that's like, that's not where you're meant to be if you can't be that leader in a way with ease and grace where you can find the harmony and resolution. The challenge is really for you to know your worth enough to know when you need to walk away and realize that what once was working isn't anymore, and it's not going to until you take the courage, step into that queen energy, and make that change. 3 of Autumn. Follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do. Being compensated for your creative talents. Some of you, it's time for some type of career change. It might not even be like completely out of the realm of what you're already doing, but just like a lateral move within the company or a similar job. But there is movement happening for those of you that have felt kind of stuck in your leadership position. Like you can't be the leader you want to be because of the corporate constraints that they have on you, or whatever it may be. You know how it goes. Okay. King of Winter. Get advice from someone professional and objective. Public speaking, unemotional relationships. I was not expecting there to be so much of a career message within this. So for those of you that pick card number 1 that are kind of like in the midst of like this weird career moment where you're just not really sure, this message is especially for you. in that in order to be your best leader, like you being the leader, it's gonna require some type of movement and change out of where you're at. Because again, at your highest self, you have the ability to bring about harmony and resolution, miracles, doing so with ease and grace. Like that is something that is within your capabilities, but you're currently being held constrained by external forces. Seven of Winter. There is a better choice. Not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. Again, some of you are playing very small. It does not feel comfortable to step into your goddess energy, your queen energy, and it's because of things that have happened in your past, but Spirit is really encouraging you to try and let some of that go and to really work on stepping into your own personal power, building up that self-confidence that will show like, no, I do have this queen energy. I am a leader. I have the capability to bring about harmony, resolution, miracles, not only in your own life. God of conflict resolution, you're being encouraged to walk away from a current conflict. Some of you, oh my gosh, like it really is time to make a change in your career. And maybe this is a sign for some of you, a small percentage of you, but for some of you out there, to like you're being called to leave work and be a mom or be a dad or whatever, be a parent, be a caregiver. It's like almost like that sort of transition where, or the other way, but you're being encouraged to go from one, taking care of one type of charge, whether it be children, and moving into another kind of charge, or vice versa. Goddess of compassion, self-criticism is diminishing your sense of worth. And for those of you, again, that are really struggling with, you're like, I can't be a queen. I can't be a leader. I don't have it in me. And it's like, no, you do. Spirit says you do. You have the ability to step into that. But it will require a little bit more of, building up that self-confidence. And the thing is, like, you deserve it. Like, living in your goddess energy is amazing. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's so powerful, and you have the ability to do it. Angel of manifestation, your efforts, determination, and perseverance have paid off. You've got this. You have the ability to make this happen. You're such a powerful being, and a lot of you are playing so small. So Spirit, what can we expect for those that take the steps to improve their self-worth, take the steps to have courage, to make a big change if that's what they need to do? What happens when they stop playing small? Strength. The grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness. Time to embrace how wonderful you are. Once you start making those choices to improve your self-confidence, to start stepping into your goddess energy, your strength is just going to multiply. Ego. The illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in fear and worry. Right now, a lot of you are stuck in this ego, but this is what is coming once you are willing to break free from that illusion that you can't, I can't be a queen, I can't be a leader. Spirit wants you to get rid of that, wants you to really challenge that ego that is lying to you. Because Spirit really wants you to step into your personal power. Okay, final divine message for all of the amazing queens out there. Allowing. Radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment, so what's needed can come next. This is you. Like, look at that image. You in your goddess feminine energy, ready to allow these miracles to come in so that you can take charge. You can be the benevolent harmony and resolution leader that you are deep within inside. Your strength is ready to multiply. It's at your fingertips, but it will require you to step into that personal power of yours and believe that you are that leader. You are that goddess energy. You have that within you, regardless of what your life looks like right now, regardless of how you feel. You are a queen. And I'm so excited for you to start feeling that new strength within you. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Be safe, be well. I hope you find ways to enjoy your life. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys, shine divine. Welcome to those of you that picked card number 2 with the Rose Quartz. Let's see which archetype is currently influencing your life in some way. Mediator. The light attributes are gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life, respect for both sides of an argument. And the shadow attribute is negotiating with an ulterior motive or hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. So some of you have been mediators a very long time. For some of you, this started in childhood. Either you had conflict within the home, siblings, parents, neighbors, other family, who knows. But for a lot of you, this started very early as the peacemaker, and it was the only way that you felt you could survive in some situations, because that tension really affected your sensitive being. And so throughout your life, this has become a major influence in how you perceive the world, act in the world, and some Spirit has a message for you today in that regard. And there's nothing wrong with being a peacemaker. We need more peacemakers, but it's when you fall into the shadow attributes where it can be harmful, and that's what we want to get away from. So let's see what messages Spirit has for us in regards to those of you who have the influence of a mediator within you. Blessings and abundance. Okay, that's always good. Joy and contentment. Power and intention. Okay, this is really exciting for those of you that have this mediator influence within you. This is such a strength of yours. But for some of you, there's a very fine line between being a peacemaker and being almost like a martyr, or harming yourself for the sake of everyone else. And Spirit wants to encourage you that leaning into your mediator, your peacemaking, being the one that's able to negotiate for others, is again such a strength. That is something that Spirit is saying continue to do, but make sure that you are staying in the light of that, and that you're not taking on the responsibility of others for the sake of keeping the peace. And when you stay in the light, what you have to look forward to blessings and abundance, joy and contentment, power and intention. This is so positive. And it's exciting to know that those of you who have been dealing with this from childhood, because I just know there are some of you out there who have been this as a child with the people around you. You were kind of forced into it as a mediator, and it really impacted your spiritual, sensitive being, especially being as young as you were. But the good news is that because of that, you have built up this strength of being able to negotiate fairness and being able to see both sides of situations. And because of that, you have blessings on their way. You will be blessed for the hard work that you have put into creating peace for others, even when it was harmful to you. But Spirit wants you to get out of that harmful mindset. Your own peace of mind is not worth harming yourself over the peace of others. 5 of Spring. Opposing goals arising from differing opinions, feeling at odds with yourself or others, overly ambitious people. Yeah, so a lot of you really struggle too with knowing what it is you truly believe and think about a current situation, because you have such an ability to be able to see all sides of a situation, even sides that the people involved in aren't even making these thoughts known. You're able to really see all sides of it. And because of that, though, some of you kind of lose yourself a little, and you don't even really know what you really think and believe about the situation. 8 of Winter. You have what it takes if only you believe in yourself. Thinking that you're powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want, because you have been in this peacemaking energy for so long and you've lost yourself a little bit. You struggle with self-confidence, because you don't even really know who you are. And so Spirit is encouraging you to find ways to improve that self-confidence. Find what makes you feel good about yourself and lean into that. And that will lead you to blessings and abundance, joy and contentment, power and intention. You have these things coming in, and Spirit is it just feels so loved. Spirit is wanting desperately to pour these blessings out onto you, but because you're a little lost in who you are, it's almost like you're transparent, you're invisible, and the blessings just kind of go through you. And so Spirit wants you to build yourself up, become solid in who you are. 9 of Autumn. Reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. Take time to discover who you are, the things that you like, and reward yourself for how hard you've been working. Again, for some of you, you have been working your whole life since a child, because it was so vital to you as a sensitive being to be that peacemaker. And now it's your time. It's your time to discover who you truly are and what makes you happy, what brings you joy. And it's time to build yourself solid so that those blessings don't pass through you any longer. The Wheel. Delays are over. Sudden or unexpected good luck. A new car or travel. There is movement. This is your time to shine. It is your time to really become that person that you've always said you couldn't be because you needed to keep the peace. You've always viewed yourself as less because you needed to make sure everyone else was okay first. Well, it's time that you put on your own oxygen mask, okay? All right, let's see what other messages Spirit has for you. Okay. Angel of communication. Communicate clearly. Don't be afraid to tell it like it is. Again, going back to finding out who you are, what you actually believe and think. I also feel like, especially with this one, like you are an angel of communication. That it really is a strength of yours, and Spirit isn't asking you to no longer be a communicator, no longer be a negotiator, a mediator. That is a strength of yours. You have built up a very real, genuine understanding of how best to navigate, multiple parties and how to help people come together. That is a strength and it is needed. But Spirit is asking you to no longer do it at the harm of yourself. They don't want you to do that. They want you to become solid in who you are and find out what brings you joy. Become solid so that those blessings will continue to come in and stick to you instead of passing through you. God of indulgence. It's all right. Stop beating yourself up. A little indulgence in balance is healthy, and will help you be happy. I don't know if the camera picked that up, but it just started to thunder outside. So that feels very powerful. I live somewhere where we don't really get that kind of weather very often. And so for it to thunder during your reading, I'm just saying, Goddess of the Sacred Path, let go of logic and trust your intuition. Yeah, it's time for you to be on your own path now. It's time for you to decide what it is you truly like, what you truly want, what you truly believe about any situation, and trust that it's going to be okay for you to follow your own path. Okay, mediators, what is the final message? Gratitude. Fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. Blessings upon blessings upon blessings are heading your way as soon as you start building up and making yourself solid, finding that personal sense of personal sense of self is what I'm trying to say. And building that up and really knowing truly who you are, what you believe, what you think, what you like, and dabbling in some moments of indulgence. You deserve it. You've been working really hard for a really long time, and it's time. It's so time. Mediators, I hope that was helpful. I feel like that was such a special message. And I'm really excited for you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Be safe, be well. I hope you find ways to enjoy your life. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys. Shine divine. Welcome to those of you that picked card number 3 with the tiger's eye. Let's see which archetype is currently having some sort of influence over your life. Alchemist. The light attribute is transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. And the shadow attribute is misuse of the power and knowledge that come through spiritual practice. Okay, Alchemist. So you are definitely someone who is quite the manifester. You really do, in your highest form, have the ability to transform anything from anything. You have the ability to manifest and bring to life anything that you can really put your mind to. But when you're not at your highest self, there are times when that power can be misused and maybe brought a way to bring about something that isn't for your highest good or the highest good of others around you. But ultimately, you are someone that has a very unique ability to transmute and transform energy from all different aspects in your life and turn them into golden wisdom. So let's pull some more cards and see what messages Spirit has for you in regards to being an alchemist. You guys definitely have a special ability. You guys definitely have a very unique power to you. And a major part of this lifetime is learning to master this alchemy, this learning experience. Like, for those of you that have heard this first part of the message and you're like, I have not been able to manifest anything worth manifesting, and it's because this is such a vital, like, key element of your life experience here on Earth this time around, is to learn how to become an alchemist, learn how to become a true manifester. You have the ability within you, but it's a matter of nurturing it and researching it and learning how to put it into motion so that you can transform goals into golden wisdom. You have the ability, it's just a matter of learning how to apply it. Do the work. You are like, this is you with that golden wisdom, the alchemy, creating that. You have the ability to create energy, to transmute energy. I get the sense that there are some of you who struggle with, this is going to sound so crazy, but like struggle with maybe some type of like ADHD or concentration issues or just anxiety, some type of challenge where it's like you have this energy and you don't really know what to do with it. You don't know where it's coming from. And it's because you're an alchemist and you're like being given these opportunities to transmute that energy into something worth manifesting. And this is in no way saying that like ADHD isn't a very real thing that you have to deal with and learn how to live with and all that sort of thing. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that those who are do have that challenge in your life are also going to be experiencing this type of power with the alchemy. I don't want to invalidate anyone that has ADHD. But those of you that really connect with that, like feeling like you have this special energy, but just not knowing how to work with it, a big part of a life lesson for you is to do the work, learn about alchemy, learn about transmuting energy, and learning how to apply it into your life to become that manifester, that magic manifester. Yes. Yes, you do have the ability. Those of you that are doubting it in your head, you do have the ability. You have the power to transmute energy. And Spirit really wants to make it clear that that is a strength of yours. But it's not something that just happens overnight for most people. it is going to require doing some type of research or learning about how to be an alchemist. Okay, that one. Oh, those. Okay, gosh. Talk about energy. Okay. All right. Two of Spring. A bright future manifested through hard work and creativity. Partnering with others who share your dreams. Great progress being made. A bright future manifested through hard work and creativity. Again, it is going to require reaching out, finding others who are interested in this alchemy, who are known manifestors, who can really help guide you if this is something you're wanting to bring light to in your life. You have the ability to do it, but it is going to require figuring it out, doing the research. 10 of Spring. Ask for help from others. All work and no play. Being weighed down by too many responsibilities. Yeah. This is definitely going to require you to find someone who knows how to manifest, how to do alchemy, and listen to them, learn from them. And it could also even be someone who also doesn't quite know everything right now yet either, and you guys go in and do it together and you share the different things that you've learned. 7 of Autumn. Have patience and don't worry. Take time to rest and plan your next steps. A prudent investment of time or money. Again, this is not something that's going to just take place overnight. It is something that's going to require a bit of practice, a bit of time. But if you do commit to it, it will be something worth knowing how to do. 10 of Winter. The resolution of difficulties. A weight lifted off your shoulders. The end of addiction or codependency. Again, it's going to be worth it to step into this and learn more about it. Put the effort in. 3 of Autumn. Follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do. Being compensated for your creative talents. For those of you that maybe feel stuck in your career, or like you're not quite in the right field, maybe this is your sign to look for something that is closer in more alignment with this alchemist energy, this manifestor energy. Let's see what other message Spirit has for the alchemists. Okay. Angel of Expression. Speak your truth and express yourself clearly. Angel of Union. A partnership is blessed and destined for greatness. For some of you, going in on this with another person, either a mentor or a fellow peer who's also in the same kind of boat as you, is going to be very beneficial. It's going to be a blessed union partnership between the two of you. For others of you, finding a way to harvest this alchemy and being able to apply it is going to help bring in, manifest that union that you've been desiring and wanting. And the actions you take to learn how to do this is going to inspire you and help bring in that partnership. Again, for those of you that have a desire for partnership in that regard. This is really exciting. You guys are a very powerful bunch. And learning how to transmute energy is just going to change your life. And it's really exciting. And yes, you do have the ability to do it. Okay. 6 of Autumn. The good you do comes back to you. An unexpected inflow of money. borrowing wisely, or repaying a debt. It's going to be worth it. The effort you put into learning this, it's going to be worth it. The dreamer. Embrace your true purpose. Begin a new adventure. Trust yourself. You're meant to do this. This is part of your true purpose. And it's really exciting. Queen of Winter. Let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now is the time to focus on your career, unmarried or divorced individuals. So again, those of you that are maybe feeling stuck in your current field of career or job or work, this is your sign to get out of that and be in more alignment with something that's going to allow you to learn how to become that manifester. Prince of Spring, immediate action. A challenge you can successfully manage a passionate relationship. Yeah. Again, with that Angel of Union card coming in, some of you are going to be manifesting that, desired partnership in some way, that relationship that you have been wanting. It's on its way in once you step into this alignment of becoming that alchemist, becoming that manifester. Believing that you have the power to transmute energy. Okay, what final message is there for the alchemist? Whoa. Okay, you guys get two, because for some of you, this is very much about this union. Those of you that picked card number 3, some of you have such a strong desire for partnership and companionship and relationship. And the way that that's going to come into your life is when you start learning this alchemy. 2 cards came out. In the other readings, I've only been pulling 1 for this part of it. But you got 2 because this one is so important for those of you that have such a desire for that union. Companionship. Giving someone your complete presence is an astonishing gift. This is just, look at those sweet elephants. This is really just confirmation for those of you that have that strong desire. It is coming in, but it's going to require you to kind of step into this new energy, this new, learning experience of learning how to transmute energy. It doesn't mean that you have to devote your whole life to it. It's just, Spirit is encouraging you to look into it a little bit more. Do some research on it. Find other people who are interested in it and talk to them about it. And that's going to help bring in that union. And for everyone else, expansiveness. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. This is a huge, expansive time for you. Those of you that picked card number 3, those of you who are this alchemist, manifester, stepping into this and looking into this, researching it, is really going to be expansive. It's going to open up a whole new world for you. It's going to help those of you that feel stuck in your career. It's going to help open up and expand yourself, your worldview. It's really, really exciting. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Be safe, be well. I hope you find ways to enjoy your life. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys, shine divine. Welcome to those of you that picked card number 4 with the clear quartz. Let's see which archetype currently has some sort of influence over your life. Scribe. The light attribute is preserving knowledge and information, and the shadow attribute is altering facts or plagiarizing others' work. So those of you that picked card number 4 are definitely, of the 4 cards, you guys are definitely the more creative bunch. You guys have the ability, a lot of you are writers and filmmakers, or just you have the ability to obtain knowledge from all different sources, and you also like to share that with others. You are a learner, you are a teacher, You are someone that likes to help others by thought. You are definitely an intellect. You've got that ability. Now, when you are not at your best self, maybe you're overworked or you're tired or you've just kind of lost the passion, you might lean towards altering facts, or you might lean towards cutting corners by plagiarizing or copying or stealing ideas. Again, these are just light and shadow of this scribe archetype. But there's definitely a message here for those of you that picked card number 4, for those of you that feel a pull towards truth and information and providing that in communication with other people. It is important to you, and it's a strength of yours to get information across in a way that is helpful and understandable. So let's see what other messages Spirit has for you at this time. Inner child healing. Okay, interesting. Ease and grace. Romance and connection. Okay, this is really interesting. So your strength with being able to obtain knowledge and pass that information along comes to you in a couple of different ways. For some of you, this inner child healing, that information, a lot of the information that you have that's important to share with others is going to come from doing inner child work, ancestral work, past life work. There's a lot of information that you're bringing to this lifetime, this current timeline, that's very important to come forward, to be shared. And it's coming from you. It's coming from past experiences that you have brought with you in this lifetime. And in order to determine that and find that is going to require to do a lot of inner child work and just inner work in general. But that information that you have is important and worth sharing with the people in your life. Some of you even on a bigger scale, in type of like writing or videos. There's some information that you have that is very important to get out. With ease and grace, though. It is important that when you offer this information, it is done as if you were a monk, There's no need to have any sort of anger or aggression, even though you are extremely passionate about it. It will be received better if you are able to deliver it with ease and grace. Now, for some of you, this romance and connection is very interesting. For some of you, the information that needs to get out is through a partner. And I feel like there are some of you that have tried to do this with your current partner, and it hasn't been well received. Spirit wants you to approach it in a different way to get the information across. And some of you, that was a very special message for some of you, okay? But I feel like the other message with this is the information you're bringing forward, the information that you're meant to share is going to specifically be about romance and connection and helping others in that area. Maybe you're meant to be a relationship counselor or something like that, or maybe you already are, but that information, doing the research into how relationships work, whatever it may be. Some of you are bringing information from past lives and inner child work, ancient wisdom, whereas some of you are needing to look into resources that already exist, more modern. Okay. This is very interesting. I just have to say. 7 of Summer. No more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from overanalyzing the options. You definitely have this passion for getting some type of information out there. What's holding you back? Maybe that's a question you need to ask yourself. What's keeping you procrastinating? Is it your ego? The illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in fear and worry. Maybe some of you are just worried about how your information will be received, how it will be perceived by the people that you present it to. Regardless of how it's received, though, it's important to get it out. 4 of Winter. Set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Sometimes that comes from meditation, the need for more sleep, or vacation. Okay, so for those of you that have really been struggling with getting started because you've been very fearful, it's very important to stop procrastinating the rest that you need to prepare for this information that you're trying to bring into the world, that you're trying to create and bring about. 10 of Summer. An emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends. Raising children wisely. People you can trust. Yeah, going back to that message that for some of you, there was like a time when you tried to share something with a partner of yours and it just didn't quite land the way that you wanted it to. Spirit is saying it's okay to bring it back up, but kind of navigate it in a different way. 7 of Winter. There is a better choice. Not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. I'm getting the sense that there is a lot of fear within some of you about the information that you have access to, that you're afraid to express because you're afraid of how it's going to be received from the people that you share it with. And that's a valid, very valid concern. But I think that it's still worth doing. It's the kind of thing where, like, if you don't do it, no one is going to. And that information is going to be lost. Angel of Union. A partnership is blessed and destined for greatness. There's a very, like, specific message here for a smaller percentage of you with this, like, partner romantic relationship where you tried to get information to them, but they just weren't open to it. But Spirit is saying, don't give up on them. Don't give up on them. Don't give up on the relationship. And don't give up on presenting them with that information. But it might require going about it in a different way. God of spiritual healing. An aspect of you or a situation in your life is in need of healing. I also feel like the information that you're bringing forward is going to be one of a spiritual healing, and following through with it will also provide you with a spiritual healing. For some of you, the journey itself of getting this information is what's going to provide that inner child healing, that spiritual healing. That healing is going to take place when you go through the process of like finding the information. feel like for a lot of you, there's just a lot of mental activity going on. There's a lot of chaos in your mind. And part of that is just the need to get that information, those thoughts out. You don't necessarily have to share them right away until you've like gone through it and edited and all of that. But I feel like for a lot of you, the mind is so chaotic right now. Like what I'm experiencing as I'm tapping into this is just like fuzzy brain, chaotic, like not able to get your words together because of how much mental activity is taking place. And this, it's okay to rest. It's okay to rest, to kind of sort through all of the clutter. I don't mean that in a insensitive way. Again, you guys are the intellectuals. You have a very intelligent mind, but it's very loud right now. 5 of Winter. Walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness, something that's not worth the effort. Release. Let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities. Time to move on. Some of the information too, you need an edit. There needs to be an edit. You need to go through, sort through, organize, and let go of the stuff that's just like unnecessary. The Sun. Plans that work out perfectly. Amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations. Gratitude for the blessings of life. When you're able to like cut away and like clear the chaos, clear the noise, that sun is ready to shine through. And the Star. Look to the future with hope and optimism. The power of faith to move mountains. Happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. This one's been very interesting. Like, you guys are so special in that you're bringing forth information that's really important to have out. But in order to get it, you have to really go inward. You have to pull from past life. You have to do like inner child work, but the work that you put into it is going to be part of that healing journey. And then for a small percentage of you, maybe only one of you, there's something about trying to get information to a loved one that wasn't really open to it at first. But Spirit is saying, don't give up on them. Don't give up on them. Don't give up on the relationship. Give them time and try and navigate providing them with the information another way. True offering. True offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. And divine abundance. You were born to align with the love's will. Follow the Tao and serve something beyond the ego. Learn to be abundance, not chase it. This journey that you are embarking on is going to bring about that divine abundance. When you're able to release that ego, release the fears you have around whatever this information is that you're trying to bring about, and offer the information as a true offering to the divine, and you will be divinely guided to find that sun and star energy. Spiritual healing is definitely a part of this. There's an evolution happening. And thank you to those of you of that intellect, of that high mind that you have, that's so special and unique. And thank you for sharing the information that you have. It's very special. Thank you so much for being here. I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Be safe, be well. I hope you find ways to enjoy your life. I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys. Shine divine.